Hello, my name is Joe Lumello. I'm the manager of grief support services at Hospice of the East Bay. I'd like to take a moment to offer some suggestions on how we can share the holidays with family and friends during a time of COVID, and some ideas of how to remember and honor our departed loved ones during the season. As you're well aware, the pandemic and the need to practice social distancing is preventing many of us from being with the ones we love. Being apart from family and friends can be challenging during the holidays, especially when we're also coping with the death of a loved one. Yet, there are ways in which we can safely gather and remain connected with those near and dear to us. Over the next few minutes, I'd like to offer you some information obtained from the California Department of Public Health, known as the CDPH, the CDC, and AARP that can assist you in making informed choices about family gatherings and travel during the holiday season. According to the CDPH and CDC, celebrating virtually or with anyone currently residing in your home poses the lowest risk of spreading COVID-19. Celebrating the holidays in our own homes with the people we live with, such as family members and roommates, is considered safe, provided that they too are consistently taking measures to reduce the spread of the virus. Now, in just a moment, I'll offer you some suggestions about how to host a virtual holiday gathering. But first, let's talk about in-person gatherings that may possibly bring together family members and friends from different households, including those that have lived away for a period of time, like a returning college student, for example. The most current guidelines established by the CDPH state gatherings that include more than 3 households and all indoor gatherings are prohibited, and participating in multiple gatherings with different households or groups is strongly discouraged. If you are thinking about attending gatherings where individuals from different households will be present, the CDC and CDPH suggest to consider the following. First off, it's important to remember that being within 6 feet of someone who has COVID-19 for 15 minutes or more greatly increases the risk of becoming sick and will require a 14-day quarantine after exposure. Earlier this year, California developed a color-coded classification system to track COVID-19 trends. Counties with the highest COVID positivity rate are highlighted in purple, meaning 8% or more of the county's population is tested positive for the virus. Counties highlighted in red have a 5 to 8% positivity rate. Counties in orange have a positivity rate anywhere between 2 and 4.9%, and counties with the lowest positivity rate, 2% or less, are highlighted in yellow. When deciding whether to attend a gathering, be aware of COVID-19 cases and positivity rates in your community and in the community where you plan to celebrate. Up-to-date information on the coronavirus can be found at covid19.ca.gov. If you plan to attend a holiday function, keep in mind that gatherings that occur outdoors are significantly safer than indoor gatherings. In California, gatherings must be held outside in purple tier counties, and indoor gatherings are strongly discouraged in red, orange, and yellow tier ones. Indoor gatherings, especially those with poor ventilation, such as small enclosed spaces with no outside air, pose significantly more risk than outdoor gatherings. If gathering indoors, increase fresh air circulation by opening windows and doors as much as possible, especially in the rooms where people will be gathering. Gatherings that last longer pose more risk than shorter gatherings, so the CDPH suggests your holiday gathering should be 2 hours or less in length. The longer the duration, the risk of transmission increases. Singing, chanting, shouting, cheering, physical exertion, and similar activities significantly increase the risk of COVID-19 transmission because these activities increase the respiratory droplets and find aerosols into the air. The CDPH strongly discourages these activities at outdoor gatherings and prohibits them outright at indoor gatherings. Individuals who engage in these activities outdoors should wear face coverings, practice social distancing beyond 6 feet, and do so at or below normal speaking voices to minimize the transmission of the virus. The bottom line is that gatherings with more safety measures in place pose less risk than gatherings where fewer or no preventative measures are being implemented. And finally, please keep in mind that the use of alcohol or drugs may alter judgment and make it more difficult to practice COVID-19 safety measures. If your holiday plans also involve travel, be aware that airports, bus stations, train stations, public transport, gas stations, and rest stops are all places travelers can be exposed to the virus, both in the air and on surfaces. So be especially mindful of the need to stay 6 feet apart, wear masks, and remember to wash your hands frequently in these settings. Now, if you're considering a virtual holiday gathering, here are some tips from AARP on how to host a virtual event and some ideas of how to include and honor your departed loved one in the festivities. Whether you choose to use Zoom, Skype, or another video conferencing app, practice using the app. You and your guests should become familiar with this technology before the scheduled holiday event. And this is also a great way to help you get into the practice of staying connected with your loved ones. While it's certainly not the same as being face to face with those you love, being able to have some sort of routine connection with those that know you best can better ensure you're receiving the support you need and help ease feelings of isolation. An appointed master of ceremonies can help coordinate the event. When's the start time? When should everyone have their turkey ready? And who should speak and in what order? The MC will keep the conversation moving and ensure everyone has an opportunity to speak. You can have guests take turns to speak or share holiday traditions, and this is a great time to consider sharing fond memories of the deceased with other guests. You may be surprised to know how many individuals want to hear and share stories of their departed loved ones, but may feel uncomfortable doing so, unsure of how others may respond. Start the conversation and see where it goes from there. In order to have a shared experience, have all guests agree in advance to have a specific food or beverage item that will be enjoyed by each during the celebration. This is a great way to share a recipe of your departed loved one's favorite holiday dish. Send it to the other guests to make and enjoy during the celebration. Encourage guests to decorate the room from which they will be on camera and wear festive attire. Consider featuring your departed loved one in the decorations in a way that's meaningful to you and your guests. Perhaps a photo of the deceased, or a cherished family ornament, or maybe a special piece of clothing worn by them during the holidays. And finally, look into holiday-themed trivia, charades, and other games and group activities that can be enjoyed remotely. And don't forget to include games and activities that your loved one enjoyed during the holidays. We hope this information will be useful to you and help you make your holiday festivities safe and meaningful for all in attendance, whether virtually or in person. And please know that if you or someone you know is in need of support, especially during the holidays, Hospice of the East Bay offers our bereavement services to anyone in the community in need, and there is never a cost for the support we provide. Information on what we offer is available on our website at hospiceeastbay.org. Once there, just follow the link to the Grief Services page. And of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us at 925-887-5678. Thanks again for allowing me to share this information with you. And from all of us here at Hospice of the East Bay, we wish you a healthy, happy, and safe holiday season.